Hello and welcome to this edition of Big Scott 35 Gaming, where tonight we're going to be getting into this month's January's video game monthly. Covering my mouth, so it might be muffled. And also I'm going to talk about a little bit of last year my gaming and where I'm heading in this year. Goals, or however you want to say it, for the year. I'm a little late with it for the gaming side, but I got some exciting news for me. But let's take a look and see what I got. And welcome back to Big Scott 35 Gaming, where we're going to look at, like I said, video games monthly for January. So let's open it up and see what's in here. See what Floyd brought us. Now, this is my second month back. I know a lot of people had a bad taste in their mouth with this company, especially when Retro Rec Room came out with theirs. But this, I know what it is. I'm not looking for high-end stuff with them. But I don't have a huge gaming, especially retro, so it's not bad for me. And then, you know, once I start filling up in some of it, man, I got this box tight today. Alright, I've already seen one inbox game. So once I get, start getting one of the, I'm looking for Sega Genesis and Sega Dreamcast games. That's what I've been hunting in the wild for. So when I feel like I start getting most of those done, I'll just take those off my list and work on something else. So that's how I'm going to use it. Because like I said, I don't have a huge collection, and I think Video Games Monthly is perfect for that person. So first is the Video Games Monthly card, just telling you, fill out your checklist. Oh, and I got a 2-up for this month. So go ahead and hit the little mushroom bell, which I'm not going to do. And it's supposed to have a little card. I usually have a little knick-knack. I know I heard stuff bouncing around in here. I've got this for a couple of days now. Oh, so the tchotchke for this month is a keychain, and it looks like it's got a little flashlight on it. I hope I didn't blind y'all. It's not too bad of a flashlight either. So that's cool. I'll put on my keychain. For some reason I'm rough on keychains. I tend to break them. Now this one, oh, okay, I thought it was going to be a double CD. And this one is, the first one is a loose. They do sit it in a cool little container, so it's not just flying around. PlayStation, so I imagine it's PlayStation 1. Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn. It says Disc 1. I'm sitting here talking, running my mouth reading it. It says Disc 1. I want to open it up, see if there's multiple discs in here. Made by Activision. Never heard of this game. Nuclear Dawn. I'm hoping it's like a shooter game, first person shooter or something like that. But it says Disc 1. It should be multiple. Oh, okay. So here's Disc 2. I was wondering why it wasn't in the same package, but they look good. They have the dark backs. These things are not the easiest to get into with my sausage-like fingers. Now this one looks a little rougher on the front than the other one did. The back's not the best of backs either. It don't even look like they resurfaced it or anything. Yeah, I hope it plays fine. I've checked her out. Yeah, that disc is a little rough there. Let me look at this one again real quick. Yeah, this one on the front, there's nothing you can see through or anything, but the back looks, I'm hoping you can see, the back looks good on this one. Front looks great, nothing you can see through. I mean, the other one you couldn't see through or anything, but just looked rough, really rough. And I'm hoping they test them before they send them out. The next one, and I get a 3-game, should have mentioned that again, I signed up for 3 games this time. So, another PlayStation game. And I think I get PlayStation 2, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis. Pretty much all of, I took off the Wii. And I think I get PSP. There's quite a few systems. I think I get Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So, all your usual games. This one is another loose one, Cool Borders 3. I played Cool Borders before. I don't know if I played 3 before. Very fun game. Very chill. Fun to play with others. I mean, this one looks better, but you can tell I don't think they resurfaced them there. I thought they did. I could have sworn when I was with them before I did. So I know that's a fun game. Those type of skateboarding games, things like that. Now this is a PS2 game. I accidentally saw it when I was opening the box. Oh, here's my little card here that I couldn't find before. Just tells you to take a picture, post it on Facebook. Alright, didn't even clean this package up. Come on, guys. Jeez. Splinter Cell, which I played some Splinter Cells. One of my old roommates when PlayStation 2 was out loved these type of games with the Splinter Cells. Man, look at that right there. Look. I know. I got Goo Gone. I got all the cleaning materials, but I have that for when I go and buy stuff off of Facebook Market or, man, a yard sale. I wouldn't think with this. And this one's seen better days. This cover looks like it's been wet or it's been in a high humidity area. I didn't think it was complete. Felt light. But it is a PS2 holder. Now the disc looks great. The disc, this is the best looking disc out of the 3 games I've seen so far. But man, just take 5 minutes to take something to clean that off, guys. Or if there was a sticker there, it wouldn't be a big of a deal, but that's just take a couple minutes. Now that's 3. I got 2 more that I feel in here. Oh, okay. I know this is a fun beat 'em up game for Nintendo. Now, I've been watching people play this because people are playing the 1-ups. So you've seen it out on the Super NES. So this one needs to be cleaned up too. It's browned. I'm not much on that brighten it up, because what happens is once you do it the first time, you got to keep doing it, and finally you'll just destroy it. But yeah, this one's definitely seen some. It's kind of rough. Definitely not meant. The label's awesome, very awesome label. No problems, but the browning is pretty bad. And old Matt Fontenot, if you're right there, I got your game, brother. Good hands. We're gonna have a good time with her. Old Matt. Me and Matt go way back. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I believe this is the one I'm thinking of. I know it's not the best one, but I do believe it's a fun beat 'em up. I like beat 'em ups. I've always liked the beat 'em ups. Oh, and another Nintendo. Oh, and this one, boy, did I burn this up back in the day. It's fun to get this one back. The front of the cartridge. Now this one looks nice and clean. The label looks great. The front is mint. No lifting on the corners. No tears. The front of that is beautiful. No browning. But, of course, not 100%. Got the back sticker with tears on it. My guess at one time, probably had a label from somewhere, or, you know, old Matt might have had this, put a sticker on the back, and somebody ripped it off. So the Tecmo Bowl, you know, good grief. I tore this up. Can't remember if this is the one that you play with the Raiders. You have Howie Long on defense and Bo Jackson on offense. Probably the best video game football team ever created. Unstoppable. When our friends played together, you could not be the Raiders. Couldn't. You just took Bo Jackson, either ran to the bottom of the screen or the top, and took a right or a left, and you just ran, and he just outran everybody, and Howie Long off the edge couldn't be stopped. So that's my 5 games. All fun games. I can tell you right now, I have played 3 out of the 5. I have seen Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I believe, I know this is probably not the best one, but I think it still is a fun one. Cool Boardings 3, man, I know this is a lot of fun. You got to have the right mindset to play it, but it's a lot of fun now. And Nuclear Dawn is interesting. But VGM, I got to say, quality control could have been a little bit better sending these out. And yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of people that you're getting these out to. And all in all, game selection is great. So I got only one sports game, so as a sports guy, I appreciate that. I have plenty of sports games. This stage of my life in video gaming, now I'm going to get into my video gaming. I've said it before, I grew up playing a lot of sporting games, got into shooters. So sporting games is not what I'm trying to go back and play. I'm trying to go back and play the more of the platformers, which I'm really enjoying on my Switch, and going back and getting the classics out, and things like that. So that's kind of the way it's going for me with that, and going for the collections, stuff like that. Just and I'm very narrow in what I'm collecting. I'm only buying what I want to play on systems and Sega Genesis and Dreamcast. So I've been, you know, couple PlayStation 4 games, Xbox 5 games, Xbox One games. So, you know, I'm still playing the Gears. I still play playing the Jedi game a little bit. I've been playing my computer a lot more, playing Fortnite and other stuff on there. But so the past, y'all know about that. I'm pretty open about that. This past year really built up my library for Dreamcast, Wii. I got a DS, which I never thought in my life I would have a DS system. But I picked up a closeout sale at a store, where a store went out of business, and what little bit I played on it's been great. Getting back on my PSP. Handhelds is where it's at. The Switch got me back on my handhelds. So that's where my last year went. Nothing crazy on my pickups, nothing huge. No big additions to this gaming room. I'm waiting for the systems to come out at the end of the year. Most definitely be picking up a PS5. I just don't know if I'm going to get it at launch, or wait till the second generation after you've been out a little while. Get all the kinks out. That's what I usually do. If I can, unless they have titles that you gotta have at launch, then I'll get it, or a special limited edition. If they got a limited edition Star Wars at launch, I'm getting that. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Now that's one of the things for this year I'm looking forward to. PS5, the Xbox, whatever they're going to call it. I've heard different names for it. Uh, so those, I think the Xbox is going to be stronger than the PS5, but if the games, it sounds like to me the new Xbox is going to be able to be stronger or be able to do more, but the games that are being created are just not going to be able to push the Xbox to the limit. So it's going to be more, you know, unused talent, if you want to say that. So I'm a PlayStation guy. So that's where that's going to be. Then I want to get a game capture. I've always was saying it. If they want to break down and get it, it's getting to be winter time here in Iowa. I know it's been winter, but this week we're getting well below zero, snow tonight. So it's time to stay in the house and have plenty of time to play. And I would love to share some games and some stuff that I play for the first time. My thoughts on those games, and maybe even stream some. I used to stream a little, so go back to streaming some of those games and be a kid again. I'm just a big kid, and that's where it's gonna go. And I want to do another game room tour. I got to straighten up. I got to fix some things up. I want to redo my room a little bit, and then do another tour and talk about what I got and some ideas. So with that being said, oh, another thing, this year I have changed plans for I'm not going to used to go last several years. I've been going to this huge baseball card show, and this year I'm not going to go to that. I'm not really digging where it's at. It's hard for me to get to, really hard. It's not like, oh, it's just hard. It's damn, I'm not saying impossible, but just too much of a headache. So in April, I'm going to, I think it's called the Midwest Gaming Expo in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm really excited about going to that. I know I've seen some other YouTubers talking about it. I've been watching some YouTube videos from last year. And then I'm going to go to the Portland Gaming Expo. I want to say that's July? August? I can't remember. I got it written down on a calendar, and I think those two shows kind of going to make up for that. Because I just want to do it one time. The Wisconsin thing kind of came up this past week. I've already knew I was going to Portland. I just kind of want to go to a bigger one where I could see some panels and stuff of some of the YouTubers that I watch that you've been there in the past. I don't know if they're going to be there this year. So I'm really looking forward to that and expanding what I do in gaming. It is a secondary hobby. I don't spend as much time on it as my other hobbies, but I do enjoy it, and it's been fun getting back into it. And with that, I hope, let me know some other expos. It's hard to me. They're not as easy to find on the interwebs as card shows are. Card shows are listed. Gaming expos are listed, but a lot of times when I start looking, it's more tabletop gaming instead of video gaming stuff, and it all gets jumbled up. So if you can leave anybody want to let me know where a good place to look for any information for video game expos, please let me know. So with that, please subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about the VGM. Could they have done a little bit better quality control? Thumbs up, thumbs down. whatever. Share, like, tell a friend. Let's get those subscribers up, buddies. Till next time, see ya.